Okay, while my block is in the machine shop, I'm going to do what I'm able to do. So I'm going through the oil pump here. So I've cleaned this thing all out in the solvent tank, blown it dry with compressed air, and the manual is giving me some inspections to look at. So this is the inside cover where it draws the oil in through the bottom. And this cross hatching here is from the milling process because it goes outside of the friction circle there where the rotors would be rubbing. So everything there looks really nice, got no problems with that. Here's the body itself, and I'm not able to feel any scratches, my fingernail, really anything. It's really nice, cleaned up there, so I have no problems with that. I've got the inside rotor and shaft assembly, and again, really good condition. So this guy goes down in there. So this is upside down right now, how it will go in the machine. And then there's the outside rotor. Again, this guy's, I'll have to blow it off. There might be a smudge or something on there, but other than that, it's pretty good. So this guy sits in there. And the first spec we need to check is with a straight edge. Across the housing, we need to check the end play between the inside rotor and shaft assembly and the straight edge, and also between the outside rotor and the straight edge. So I'm getting 2 thou 5/10 on both of those, which is well within spec here. So I've got the end play supposed to be between the 1 thou and 3 thou 5/10. Rotor to the pump house. So this is going to be the tolerance vertically in between here, and I'm reading 8 thou. Or sorry, I had 10 thou in that. So you're good between 6 and 11 thou. So again, I'm within the tolerances there. So that just fit in between the housing and the outside. Everything else is good. So I'm going to proceed along to check out some of the other stuff. This has got a little bit of wear on it, but nothing crazy on this hexagon shaft. And then there's the intermediate shaft here. Again, I can't really see in there that well, but I got in there with a light and everything looks fine. And the other hexagon shaft coming out of the inside rotor assembly there looks good as well. So that's it for wear on that stuff. And then if you look down in here, I'll have to grab the bolt here, sorry. So this is the pressure relief valve assembly. So if you look in here, there it is there, that's a little slide. So you can see it there. It moves in and out freely. There's no problem there. So there's a port down in here, and when the oil pressure on this side builds up too great, it pushes in on that plunger, and if it pushes it back far enough, it would release that pressure into this side. Now this guy is controlled via this spring here. So the spring sits in there, and then there's a little cap here. And I got this off by just running a screw in and just kind of gently pulling on it with some needle nose pliers. So that guy's was in there, flush. And then there was this large washer on this machine screw here that held that in. Now I need to check the tolerances of this spring, and I'm not sure how to do it. So the relief valve spring tension should be 1.07 inches under 10.7 to 11.9 pounds. So I don't know how to check that. I can measure how long it is. Anyway, please let me know what I should do with that. Not 100% sure. And I'll get some assembly lube before I put this thing back together and give it another clean. And then there's these, what do they call these? Anyway, they're just little bolts, but these are actually metric. They look like a 1/4-20, and that's the only spec in the manual. So here's a 1/4-20, and they're almost the same size, but The quarter 20 on top here is the SAE. So that's threads per inch, quarter inch, there's 20 threads, I guess. Anyway, these guys are metric. They're 6 mil. This guy had a little bit of damage to the threads, so I ran it through the die, and they're 6 mil, 6M, so 6 mil diameter, 1 mil thread pitch, 100%. Ran the good ones through. Quarter 20 doesn't fit into here at all. So anyway, there's some markings here. Sorry, that's upside down. What do we got here? 9142E 92. And then on the inside cover, 8972G or a C. Anyway, I would assume this is all OEM stuff, but that is metric, these little guys. Anyway, not a problem. I will torque them to the specification set out in the manual pertaining to the quarter 20, unless you guys feel there's something different to be done there. And then I'll get this thing back together, probably get some assembly lube, like I said, and do another quick one of just exactly how all this goes back together, in case there's someone down the road needing a hand. Cheers, and let me know what you think. Thank you.